everybody, this is Sabre from Vidya.com, another commentary for today. Now today we're actually going over Soraka. Soraka is a very powerful support champion, so this video might be a little... this video just gives you an insight on how to play a support champion throughout a game and how to basically feed your carry. This is actually a solo queue draft mode game. And when I was talking to like guys in Champions, I'm like, dude, just pick Caitlyn, and I'll go bottom and I'll pick Soraka, and we'll just like kill everything, and I'll just feed you everything. And they're like, okay. So make sure you're in Champions, like you basically communicate with your team and give them some ideas on what to do. And once in a while, hopefully you get some people that respond to your ideas and stuff like that. So Caitlyn is going bottom lane, and I'm gonna be going bottom lane a little bit. So, when you first start out on Soraka, you want Clairvoyance and Flash. Flash basically to get you out of trouble quickly in case they jump on you. And Clairvoyance, and when you first spawn into the game, you want to use Clairvoyance in their base, because that basically gives you a little tell on which champion is going which direction, and what's going on in their jungle. And for that, and basically gives you a little information to start the game out with, so you can plan your strategies and like that. And unfortunately, the other team didn't have a jungler, at least we thought to start with. Nunu actually went into the jungle, I think, later. I think he first started top, and then he went to the jungle later. But Clairvoyance also keeps an eye on them to figure out where they are and like that. So once again, like I said, I planned, I told Kayla, I'm gonna go bottom lane with you, and we are gonna go, and we're gonna kill everything, and support them. Support her and get us a bunch of kills. Because Caitlyn is a very powerful champion right now, has ridiculous range like that. For skills, her first skill is Starfall. That's basically an AoE damage attack and also lowers the magic resistance of things that you hit. The W skill is her heal skill that heals a target ally and actually gives them a little bit of armor as well. And then her E skill, which is a skill I first started with, it does two different things. One either silences your target, dealing damage, or you give mana to your target, ally, or yourself. So it actually has two different uses, and it costs you 0 mana. So it's a nice damage skill that costs like no mana to use. And her last skill is her ultimate, and that is her super duper healing skill. Basically heals every single ally on the map, and no matter how far away they are. So it's like Karthus' ult that damages everything, all your teammates on the map, and that pretty much counters. It's like a counter pick for Karthus. Not really, but but anyways, but basically it heals your entire team, and that's a very, very powerful skill to have. And later on in the video, I show you a time when not to use it, that I messed up on, which my team called me on. I was like, I felt bad. And there is a time later on that I show you a perfect way to use it. You definitely want to gauge on when the best time to use it and when the best time not to use it. Now, like in my Caitlyn video, because I am laning with Caitlyn, I do have a Caitlyn commentary if you want to check that out, also on this channel, is that she's sitting in the bushes, so she's like getting her proc up on her passive even faster. So she's proccing her passive even faster, being able to, because of her super long range, able to pick off at the other team's champions. And I'm sitting there in the middle lane, keeping an eye on all things, and I'm not hitting all the minions. Because when you're playing support, you don't want to steal the creep farm from your carry. Your job is to basically give your carry and babysit them the whole time, and make sure they're able to farm as much as possible. So, unfortunately, in this game, it took me like 12 minutes into the match, I think it was, 15 maybe, before I actually went back to buy my gold per 5 items, which kind of stunk, I will say. So I wasn't really getting as much money as I could have in the early game, but what gold per 5 items are, and they're basically very, very good for support champions, because it pretty much substitutes your farming that you're not getting. Gold per 5 items are basically items that increase the amount of gold you're getting every 5 to 10 seconds. So Caitlyn, so reversing a versing two very heavy damage champions in this lane, but because I'm on Soraka, I'm able to basically heal anything they're doing against us. That's in the Kali, which is the one with the double side, and there's a Vayne. So both of them are capable of doing lots and lots of burst damage to us, but I guess it was a good comic trick. See how much damage we're doing? See, Caitlyn does insane amount of damage, and I just do over the top damage and also silence. So we basically almost killed the Caitlyn. There goes the kill. That is how you feed your carry. You basically you're helping with a little bit of damage when you want to on your silence skill with your E. If they get hurt too much, then you just heal them back up, and you can, if they're getting low on mana, doing all that damage on the other team and like that, where their Q shots like that and their traps, you just basically replenish some mana, so they just keep on going and keep on hitting them. And we pretty much got them up and pushed into the tower. Like I said, the other team doesn't have a jungler, so right now we feel very safe and confident because we know where everybody is. Not to mention I have clairvoyance, so I'm able to see where things are. Now, Vayne was smart when she came back and put a ward down on the bush that Caitlyn has been farming in. But it doesn't really matter, because when Caitlyn's shooting all those minions each time, they can see her anyways, so it was kind of pointless putting that ward there, especially the much shooting as she was doing. But I guess in the down times, I guess it was just more of an informational thing. Now, Caitlyn's being aggressive for the traps, putting them up inside the turret, because that way it makes it very hard for them to try to farm like that. They kind of have to tiptoe around them unless they're going to step on them like that. So when they're farming like that, they kind of have to tiptoe their way around there. Now, Akali tried to do a little something fancy. I don't know what she was thinking there. She doesn't really do that much damage right now. But she was doing a little fancy, and I just clairvoyance, like, yeah, I see you over there, or whatever. That's nice. And once again, you're just sitting there supporting my Caitlyn, giving her all the farm that she can get, and feeding her mana and health as we go along. Yep. And I think pretty soon they start getting a little frisky and start going after us. Yeah, see, I just jump in there. She Q-shot the, she did a Q-shot there, so I went in and followed up with silence, because with the silence there, they can't flash or anything away. It disables their skills pretty much. So after she, like, does an insane amount of damage, and because I'm leveling up my E skill quite a bit, because we're not taking much damage, but I'm not really using my, leveling up my health healing skill, which is the W, I'm actually pumping on my E skill, and in that respect, I do a bunch of damage. And, by the way, it doesn't cost me anything, because it doesn't cost any mana to use. So she's doing a big Q-shot damage hit, and I'm doing a silencing damage hit that does no mana. So as you can see, it does... Executed. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Nunu went into the jungle. When I clairvoyanced up there, if you saw in the mini-map area, he actually was going down into the jungle, and he just failed on the blue golem. And I just decided clairvoyance there just to show that, yeah, he was there doing that. I looked in game. I didn't look in the replay, but I looked over there and saw the Nunu on the ground. Like, yep, he just died at their blue. And there's Caitlyn ulting them, so now they're both really low on HP. And she's trying to get them back there. I probably could have ran up there and tried to silence them like that, but it's a little too risky on Soraka, especially when I don't think I've gotten any W. So Annie comes from behind. I think I flashed a little early. I meant to say silence, not flash there. I try to prevent her from doing that. Tivers. So I ulted to save her, because my regular healing was down. So then I throw up my clairvoyance up there to see what they're doing up there, if they're going to come after us or not. And sure enough, they are. As I get rid of the chat and replay. And she almost died there. I got stunned. Luckily, she didn't do enough damage in there, because I ulted before, and I was actually able to heal her and save her to get it back away. Unfortunately, Annie had her stun up again. I would have been able to heal her like a little sooner, but unfortunately it was stunned, and luckily she didn't do enough damage to kill her. That was close though. That was a very, very, very close call. So unfortunately, I didn't get any points in Star Call, so here I am trying to farm minions with no real AoE damage to kill. So that kind of sucks right now. As I clairvoyance mid to make sure that our mid's safe because they all disappeared. Calling MIAs. Make sure you call MIAs in game, even if you are not in a Ventrilo or TeamSpeak area. Make sure you call your MIAs. They're extremely important. Because like I said in the Caitlyn video, information is power. And unfortunately she died. I did not have my ultimate up because I just used it in a Caitlyn instead. So... By the way, in the meantime I was talking, I was able to level up and get my Starfall. So I can actually push the lane. Now the quick wave comes up, so now I'm going to move up and I'm going to Starfall and try to get rid of these minions so we can keep this tower pushed while attacking it. Annie comes back down so we get out of there. I clairvoyance up there in the bush to make sure nothing was coming in from our side. Annie came down from the lane and did a little damage on me. But yeah, that tower is really low. We're trying to get another hit on it. Then we saw a teleport coming in, so we're like, okay, now we gotta back off. Cause now it's 2v2. We'll get the tower soon enough. Yeah, Annie was coming in the bush. I saw her come in. I was like, okay, Q, or sorry, E skill, silence. So now you can't do any damage to me, and I'm gonna back away. Now this one, I really want to go back to base because I still haven't bought my Philosopher's Stone, which is one of those gold items, gold generating items, like I mentioned. And I just really want to get back there, but I don't want to leave Caitlyn 2v1 against two very high damaging champions. And by the way, if you follow Elements with his draft queues and everything, with his draft rankings and stuff, one of the things he said was just grab like a damage AD carry champion that you're very, very good at, or AP champion, and grab a Soraka with you and go do a Q and do a Q rank, and you basically can kill everything. And here is a perfect video representation of why that works. Because Soraka is very powerful champion support. Caitlyn is one of the best powerful ADs in the game right now. And just you two together and just feeding out Caitlyn everything she wants, and yeah, you basically win games. Now I clairvoyance dragon, then double check on dragon, see what's going on there, and yep, there you go. Actually, no, I clairvoyance top, my bad. That was a word there. See what's going on up top, helping them out. So yeah, Nunu comes down to try to gank, and Annie, I think, come around to our upper top section here, so she's above us. And so we're kind of cornered a little bit, but not too worried. Got my ult and my extra heal, so we're not too worried about it. Shit, we haven't seen her in a while, so we're thinking Annie's gonna come back up to its mid area. So that's why I pinged over there, and our Orianna backed off, and sure enough, there's Annie. So once again, call MIAs.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, the only problem, yeah, I was kind of slow on the ultimate there for Cho. And so I did the ultimate, which did heal the Malzahar up top, but it didn't save him. Fortunately, he couldn't get away. So basically, we're pinging for somebody to cover the tower. But I don't think anybody did. I think it was enough minion push that they really couldn't get too much damage on the tower up top. But there's this example of how Soraka's ultimate works to actually help the healing of your team in areas that you can't reach. So here they are trying to do a little extra damage to me. They're not really doing much of anything. Either one of us.
An enemy has been slain.
Even if they do that little bit of damage, I can just heal it back up again. As you can tell, support might get a little boring after a while, I will say. But it's one of the surefire ways you will win games. Unfortunately, you will have to rely on your teammates being good and hope that they are good if you are in a solo queue, because you are not.
An ally
I mean,
has been slain.
you are able to help carry the team because you're actually healing them and giving them mana like that, and you're basically being a battery for them. But on the flip side of that, you're not really able to kill anything. You're basically there to support them so they don't die, so they can do their jobs and kill the other team. Unfortunately, you can't really just jump in and start killing things and taking over the game again. You just have to hope that the other team is good, your other teammates are good, that you can actually win the games. So there is a little bit of a risk factor for going support, but as you can tell in this game, there you get rewarded heavily. Well, at least us in the bottom lane. Of course, top died a few times there, but at least in the bottom lane, you can see how much we're dominating. Neither one of us have died yet. I mean, that tower, that bottom tower, is almost dead. Ooh, Nunu ult. Shoot. Yeah, I could have jumped in there and silenced that actually, and not so you wouldn't done as much damage there. That was a little bit of a mistake on my part. I fell asleep there, but if I did run in and silence him, so he didn't get the full channel, his damage would have done a lot less, because I could have stopped it. And there's the tower that we were looking for. Now let's see. Oh wow. Okay, gank. Sorry. They ganked us. She ended up jumping up and getting the Nunu. She didn't see behind her that the other two came up behind her to kill her. But luckily she had Ghost and she did her jump shot slow thing. So I can't remember the name of it. Sorry. She did her like little kind of built-in flash skill and got out of there quickly. And we got the kill, got a tower, and got away. And didn't die. And he tried to run around, try to find us. She went back in the bush and got trapped. And yeah. And we got the tower top too. So just in a matter of a few seconds, we get 2 towers and a kill.
An ally has been slain.
Unfortunately, I went top and killed Oriana. I was trying to buy, so I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on mid, so I wasn't able to hold. So now I finally got my items. I finally was able to go buy. That's the first time I went back to buy. Yay! So basically, I bought my boots, my Onion boots, my Philosopher's Stone to help generate my gold, and it also gives me mana and health regeneration, so I can save my healing and mana skills for the other team. And also, yeah, go Cho'Gath. Way to kill an enemy, dude. And also got a amplifier. I also got a tome for Cage's Lucky Pick, which gives me ability power and another gold generating item. So once again, I am not stealing farm from my teammates. Yeah, Vayne coming down and trying to kill me. She has no mana. I don't know what she was doing there. She's just trying to be mean. Owie. Oh, Soraka's passive, by the way, gives the entire team that's near her magic resistance, like bonus magic resistance. So, so basically, your teammates will be a little more tougher against that, like crystal shots like that, and Annie too. So my team's a little stronger against Annie just because of my passive. Well, on Soraka. So yeah, once again, I'm clairvoyancing, making sure to figure out which way that Akali was going on their top. Again, information is power for your team. So now I'm helping support mid a little bit. She actually has a couple level advantage on Annie there. So I'm trying to help support mid, try to get that mid tower down so we have more map presence. Because we knocked out the top and bottom towers, I'm not quite as worried about my top and bottom lanes trying to like getting killed and like that. I'm more concerned with the mid tower, trying to get the mid tower pushed and get down, and supporting Oriana, who did die I think a couple times now. But now I'm hitting top lane, seeing what's going on in the bushes up there, and see a Vayne, or sorry, a colleague going back. He's Kayla going up. Fortunately, she saw both of us get in the bush. I was hoping I could bait her into the bush, but the other two, I guess she probably saw them, so I wasn't able to get that. Now, oh yeah, this was my bad ult. I was looking at the mini-map and I saw Orianna get jumped, so I thought she was getting a bunch of damage done to her, but when I looked down at her, she really wasn't that hurt. So I accidentally ulted way too early, and that blew my ult, so now they initiate on us, unfortunately. This is where I really wished I had my ult, because now I could have helped and healed these guys, and I basically failed in that respect. I tried to heal Malzahar as much as I could, I silenced as much as I could, and I just couldn't get that. I just couldn't help my team there. And unfortunately, Caitlyn's on the backside there, on the right, and now they're going to go after her, because I guess maybe it was a ward there or something, and they might have saw her. Oh no, she killed Annie, that's right. She was able to kill Annie at least, but she died trying to get away. So that was unfortunate. So that is a good example of over jumping your ultimate too early. I should have waited. I should have waited for the team fight in a more important situation. Instead, I wasn't totally looking. I was just going by the mini map, and I jumped the gun, and I shouldn't have done that. Because Orianna does have a few escape moves possible to do. So luckily, Cho'Gath was able to res just in time to help try to defend this turret. Because in my current state, my star call is not exactly up all the way. I mean, I could try to heal and like mana myself to try to keep the dim off the tower, but luckily we were early enough into the game, and Cho'Gath came up and we were able to clear the minions off. And if you heard the couple of chats there while I was talking there, that was them getting on me about ulting too early. And yeah, that was totally true. I did ult too early there. But again, learn from your mistakes. So just remember to make sure you look, if you can, see if you need the ultimate there. And also in voice chat also helps too, because voice chat is like ult, 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 and that way they tell you to ult. And unfortunately in solo queue, you pretty much go by the vision, looking at the map and like that, in order to figure out if you need to ult or not. So you have to have a little bit more map awareness. And I don't know why that Orianna just ulted there. She was basically the same thing I did. So basically, that clairvoyance there, they were chasing that vein. I clairvoyanced ahead of them to see which way she was going, so they could go after the chasing there. And Kaylin again is farming bottom. She's getting farmed up to be a beast later in the game. But like I said, going back to the early ultimate jump there, later in the game I do have a perfect example of when to use it. There's other games also I've played in where they're like you wait, like you fall back. Right now we're just trying to get the mid tower. Oh, there's an Annie ult there, but it only hit Cho'Gath, so I'm not gonna ult. It didn't hit multiple people, just Cho'Gath. So we're just gonna hang back a little bit. Annie used her ult, didn't get the kill, and I'm just gonna heal Cho'Gath up a little bit. And see my positioning. See how the position is right here. See how I'm standing behind my teammates in the line. You very have to concentrate on your formations on where to stand. Because I'm a support, I'm not the damage dealer right now. I'm just supporting these guys. They have plenty of mana, plenty of health. Well, not health on Cho'Gath, that's why I'm healing them. But they're good standing right now. Now I move up because I know we're in the safe spot. And I'm going to fall back into a backline again. So make sure you watch your positioning on where you need to stand to make sure you get your team well protected and well sustained on their mana. Fortunately, we get the kill on Annie though. She got away with like very low HP. You see, I see Nunu's low, so we're just. Now we're moving up to get the tower kill, because now there's nothing they can do about it now at this point. We got the tower, we got the first tower. Now we move up into position for the next mid tower, and at the same time, Caitlyn was bottom pushing that lane like crazy. So we're actually double pushing there, because Caitlyn can clear out those minions very fast with a Q, so she can help us with that. So now she's moving over to help us in the mid tower, so now it's all four of us in the mid trying to get that tower now. And with our ridiculous range, being able to pounce back, jump up, bounce back, jump up, silence. Get the silence expressions there, and he goes. That was the miss, the damage right there. Caitlyn ult there, got the new Caitlyn couldn't get in front of that in time, so we got another kill there. And once again, our team's still full in health. I'm feeding the mana to the guys I need to. We're getting low. See Caitlyn taking a little bit of damage there. Oriana protected with a shield. Because Oriana is basically an AP carry and a kind of a tech shield guide there too. And also in the middle of that I did ult because all my guys were getting low on health, so boom, I hit the ult and that gets us back up and keep going. And none of us have died yet, that's the thing. And this is the power of Soraka. See how much we're poking them, we're at 2 towers, we get 2 tower killed, boom, right there. In the matter of those couple minutes, I told everybody, okay, we gotta full back, we gotta get the dragon now. We got 2 towers, that's good enough, we got a bunch of kills, we're on the ropes, so now we're gonna full back and do a dragon. And while they're doing dragon, they can't really do much damage to dragon, so I'm just gonna put up another ward, make sure we guard in the back, heal the peeps that need healing, and we got a dragon. So that is a ton of money for our team. I think that's, off the top of my head, that's 490 gold, not including the kills and the assists we just got. That is a huge boost to the team, right? Especially right after that bad team fight where I accidentally blew my ult too early. So that way, by staying back, saving the ult, waiting for everybody to get very low on, get lowered on health before I use the ultimate, and then we pretty much won the match at this point because we have a top tower, their top tower, front tower down, the bottom tower is down. I think their second tower bottom is very low on HP because of Caitlyn pushing it, and we got 2 towers mid. Sure, and all of our towers are up still, and haven't really been hit. I don't know about the top tower, but all our towers have pretty much not been hurt at all. And like I said, this is the power of Soraka being such a support champion.
An ally has been slain.
Now, I didn't, again, you saw that Caitlyn died and I didn't ult. Well, she got jumped by almost the entire team there. So, by using my ult, I'm not going to do much except delay the inevitable. She is going to die anyways. So I saved my ult for a rainy day and for a better cause. Because there's no, like I said, there's no sense of ulting somebody who is inevitably going to die anyways. And she knew that. She said that's when she said in chat it was my fault. I get rid of the chat just so you know, guys don't see any cussing words and stuff like that. I like to keep my channel, like, and Vidya channel free, clean as possible. So that if you guys wonder why I hide the chat, that's why. But in chat she said, yeah, that was totally my fault. And that's good. That's good to have peeps on your team to admit like fault like that, because that's the only way you're gonna learn, like, from your mistakes. Like my ultimate earlier. Sorry, Clifford White's up there again. I'm pretty far away, so now I'm gonna view this team fight. Now the team fight's going on. Now I'm on Soraka, so I'm like in the back. I see a bunch of my teammates now starting to get very low in health, so boom, I pop my ultimate. I just pop my ultimate. I was able to save Malzahar. Got back there just in time to almost kill Vayne as well. Nunu was low. Caitlyn was able to kill Kayle there. And actually, Akley's low. She actually tripped a trap, but fortunately she had a health pot. I don't know why you would have a health pot this late in the game, but it saved her anyways. And none of our teammates died. Again, power of the Soraka ultimate there. Now we're pushing up on the tower here. Cho'Gath's getting the tower shots on him. Pretty much, he actually almost stomped her. She went through it. I don't know how that missed her. Cho'Gath just barely missed that though. Yeah, Oriana got some tower shots there in between. So I'm trying to help this Cho'Gath get away as much as possible, especially when he has blue buff there. Malzahar is able to jump in and they flee because Malzahar's there now. They give Malzahar back some mana for what he just did there. Protect Oriana, make sure she gets back in time. She did. Yeah, make sure you keep wards up on Dragon because as a support champion you don't want your teammates wasting their money on wards and stuff. You want to save that for yourself. Now, Kale's coming and trying to get me and thinks better of it, but I was able to do a little bit of damage on her. She steps on a trap there. She ults way too early, and they start going after Caitlyn. So I heal Caitlyn a little bit. Now I have to pop my ultimate to try to save her, and now we're going back into the fight. We're able to get the Akali. And there goes the Malzahar. This is the Val team fight. And because they popped that heal, Cho'Gath was able to be saved. And nobody on our team died again. We were able to kill the other... Oh, actually, one more death. There we go. We killed everybody in the other team. None of us died at this point. And guess what? They surrendered. So there you have it. That is the power of Soraka being able to heal and make sure you ultimate at the right time. Because a lot of my teammates was down, Caitlyn was getting way too low, and they were going after some of the other guys in the up in that mid area. So that was able to save all of them at the same time with that ultimate, able to heal them all the way back up, and we're able to kill the other team. Right? This is Sabre from Vidler.com. Check out the other videos, and I'll see you later.